Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 16 of my high scoring WarMage video series. This time we're on the library. So, let's do it. I'm going with my fairly standard trap loadout. By now you guys should be quite familiar with it if you watched my other videos. I decided to build my kill box here at the start. I'll move it a bit later on, you'll see that. Now over here is good. I tend to find the further into this series I get, the longer the maps are becoming, and therefore the more talking I've got to do. And yeah, it's all well and good me blabbing on at you guys, but sometimes finding stuff to talk about for like 15 minutes at a time is just not always easy when you're talking about the same stuff you've already spoken about in other maps. So yeah, I'm not gonna try and just talk shit too much here, but it's going to be difficult not to at this point. Anyway, that's all besides the point. I'm really here to show you guys how to kill orcs, and this is what I intend to do. I set up that spike trap there for another ceiling trap, and then we go with the next wave, so here they come. Just waiting for the orcs to reach me. So again, I'm just focusing with the old blade stuff and the crossbow here, mostly crossbow related killing going on. Just because it's one of the early stages of the game. Alright, so third wave coming up. On the third wave there is a ogre that appears in the door the opposite side, so it comes from behind me. What I do here is I kill these guys on this wave here, and then I single pull the ogre through the traps afterwards, so I'll show you how I do that. Find it works pretty good. Your timing's gotta be good, but it shouldn't be a problem. I find with the archers, if I put the archers too close to the middle, he will go for them instead, so bear that in mind when you're positioning the archers. You need to be at least a reasonable distance back so they don't get killed by the ogre, because once the ogre starts going for them, he won't turn around and go for something else. So I'm just cutting this guy around, wearing his health down a bit. You want him about there on the health, so that's probably about 30%. Just froze him there so I can put down a ballista. That should give me an extra combo point on him. His health is getting a little bit low. I've got to be a bit careful here. I want to combo him, but I don't want to kill him too quickly. There you go, 8 times. That's quite good for this early on, really. So there's a rest here. The traps all get reset. Can't sell that trap because the ogre's on it. Come on, there you go. Alright, so this is where I put my kill box now. And that's how I barricade off that side there. I hide the archers over there as well, nicely out of the way. And yeah, that should work. That's my kill box. That barricading strategy, by the way, you see in there, is something that I came up with that works quite good. I saw some other guys putting down 3 barricades there, worked quite good. But, you know, if you can get away with 2 here this early on, it gives you that extra 700 coin to spend on whatever else. So I tend to find it's easier to go back later on and put down the third one. Not because I need it, not because they'll path through it, but because it makes them path a bit less erratically. You see what I mean? They kind of wander around in those barricaders over there and do funky things. I sell those guys up because it lets me position them better, because when they turn around they block a wider distance. If I sell them and then buy them back, I can reposition them how I want. So you might see me doing that occasionally. This distance I find works quite good around here for the lightning range. There's 4 squares or so to the edge of the tar there. 9x combo, very nice. If you watch on the left hand side of the screen, you'll see what I mean. They're all kind of wandering over there, so that's why you'd want to put down the 3rd barricade there. But I will come back to that later. It's not important to do it now, so I'm not gonna. The reason I set up on this side is because I find it's easier to put the archers hidden on this side than it is on the other side. You can put the kill box on the left or the right of this gap here, but I tend to find that the right hand side works better. So it's just from a few playthroughs now where I normally score better if I put it on the right there. Just running back to the rift here to get my recharge on. Just need some stuff back up, and I've just got the jagged steel upgrade, which will help out with the ballistas when I buy one, which is just now. So there's 1 blister. I need a few more on this level, ballista wise, because it's not really great places to put them, and that place back there is it's okay, but sometimes it fires a bit early. I prefer to put them down so they don't even fire until the mobs are on the kill box, but that's not always possible. This map's one of the examples of maps where that isn't simple to do. So I'm just comboing these guys, there's another 9 there. Right. Wave 7 coming up. Wave 7's got 2 fire ogres. They come from the left as you're looking at the kill box. So I'm just putting some ballistas up over here. Those ones, or that one up there, should hopefully fire when the orcs or the ogres get onto the tar there. Just doing what I talked about earlier where I sold these guys so I can reposition them better. So this one I'm going to try and take his health down a bit and then drag him in. Problem is the fire ogres have got a lot more health than the normal ogres, and the orcs come from the other side as well, so you want to try and... I'm kind of racing them here to... See, I kind of want to get them through first really. 10x is pretty good. 11x should be possible. I don't think I've actually pulled an 11x off on this map yet. I think 10's good enough for me in most cases. Obviously I can't combo this ogre quite as well. So 7, that's fine, whatever. 7 will do. I'm not going to lose sleep over it. More ballistas, yes. Ballistas solve every problem. Guaranteed all your money back. Actually, it's one of the things I like about this game in general compared to some of the other tower defense games I've played, in that if you sell stuff, you get all your cash back as long as it's got full health. Whereas if you sell like towers in other tower defense games, then you only get back some of the cash, you don't get back all of it. So it allows you to be quite tactical in this, where you don't have to worry too much about putting down something in the wrong place or anything like that. I also like the fact that it doesn't matter if you spend all your cash. I think it rewards you for doing that. So in some games I've played, like Defense Grid for example, if you save your cash and don't spend it, you get more interest coming in, and therefore you earn more. But that means you never spend the money on anything. So yeah, I prefer this way of doing it, if I'm honest. As a design decision, I think it was a very good one to make, and I think it makes the game a lot more fun. It's a lot more about just going all out and killing the orcs, and for some people like me, the high scoring aspect of it takes precedent, but for some people, just going for a 5 sculling run is good enough for them. But either way, I mean, there's no bearing here on the gameplay with the coins really. You don't carry across your points to the next level or anything stupid like that, so I like the fact that each level is a clean slate, begin again, and it doesn't matter if you spend your money or not, you you can go with no traps whatsoever and just go with killing stuff if you really want to. So again, I like being a bit more active between the waves. So I get kind of bored just watching my towers shooting stuff. I like the idea in this one of being able to just run in and start shooting stuff or hitting stuff myself. So yeah, I think this is probably one of the best tower defense games I've played overall, I would say. I prefer it to probably one of its biggest rivals, which is Dungeon Defenders, which I've played a fair bit of as well. So I've had a chance to get into both of them. But I'm still playing this, whereas I'm not really playing Dungeon Defenders anymore. So get from that what you will. Dungeon Defenders feels kind of grindy to me. It's why I'm not really a big fan of it, and why I'm not really playing it anymore. It feels like you've got to spend ages on it just to get the gear you need to spend then more time on it to get more gear. So in that respect, it feels like World of Warcraft to me, and I quit that game ages ago because I got bored of the endless grind as well on that. So yeah, another thing about this game that wins out for me is that there's no gear. So everyone's got the same gear, and you haven't got to go and kill random bosses in random dungeons to get better gear to kill the bosses in the dungeons quicker next time. Just my thoughts on it. I much prefer this way of doing things. That's not to say I don't like games that have got progression in them. I mean, I was a big Diablo fan back in the day, Diablo 2 as well. I'm looking forward to Diablo 3, so see how that pans out. Anyway, while I've been waffling on, I've managed to get to the end of the level here, which is always good. Let's see how I did. I got 5 skulls and 526k. It's a pretty damn fine score, if I don't say so myself. I've outdone myself once more, so well done me. Thanks for watching, and take it easy. I'll see you on the next video.